Is right next to me. So.
My wife tells me I'm loud all the time, so if that's not the case, please raise your hand and I'll try to speak louder.
Wow.
Right there.
Sit rep. One of the mile markers for a stop is unmarked, so, and we also didn't properly wait at the last stop, so we're all kind of spread apart.
Hey everyone, I'm keeping it a little bit quiet because I'm outside. I actually have, I think, some other auto journalists that are here with me in Colorado Springs right next to me, so I'm not going to be that loud. But right now, it is the second day. It's about 6 o'clock, so early, especially for me. And I thought I would come outside and talk about the first day of it. That was my dad's doggone juicing computer. So the first day, like I might have told you, I was motion sick after I was a bit motion sick, and then when I got in the Challenger, that worsened. So there wasn't any footage of that, unfortunately. Then I got in the Mazda 3, actually. Didn't get any footage of that because it was kind of a short little drive, and I was supposed to be focusing on how it drove. You know, that was going to be more of a written thing. I wasn't actually going to make a video on that. Didn't happen because I wasn't actually with a Mazda representative. I was with Dave Taylor, and he has his own blog called Go Fatherhood, and we were talking. So I ended up forgetting to focus on things. So that was unfortunate, but I'm gonna get in it again today to do that. To focus on, I'm gonna get in a car that everyone seems to be raving about. Everyone's been raving about the Mazda CX-5 that's here. I haven't gotten in it. Mostly because I haven't really cared. I personally believe that there are more interesting cars here to focus on, but everyone's been raving about it, haven't been in it, and perhaps I don't remember whether or not there's a new one, but if there is a new one and that's it, well then it's worth getting a ride in. And as you might have just heard me say ride in, yes, I have my driver's permit, but that's not actually a license, so I haven't been driving, I've still been riding. And actually you might have picked that up from A yesterday and B when I was talking about the Challenger. So yeah, that's what happened. We had dinner last night. Dinner was interesting. The mashed potatoes were kind of meh. They got better, but still were subpar in my opinion. The chicken was pretty good. The carrots were odd, but good. And then there was dessert. It was some chocolate parfait crud. I don't eat chocolate, so I didn't have it. My dad had both of ours, and he ended up getting stuffed. Then after we did that, it's a long way from where we were, so we actually hitched a ride with Wendy, who's a Nissan representative out here. We hitched a ride with her back to our room, and then they have a pool out here, and actually they have a hot tub. You know I got in that mess. You know I just jumped right into my trunks, and then we went to the pool, and it was about 30 minutes of swimming, 30 minutes of being way too hot. Because the thing is, I would have enjoyed it more if the night was cold. It actually wasn't. Despite the wind hitting the cold hairs on my body, it really wasn't cold. So that's how that turned out. But yeah, so today is gonna be riding in the Telluride because I got in the Palisade, I got in the Gladiator. Today I'm gonna try and get in that Mopar Ram. I should try and get in the Eco Diesel Ram, but like I said, the people that I contribute on my website for Mopar Insiders have already ridden in the Eco Diesel Ram, and I mean, yeah, I could do it for you guys, but considering they've already done it, I'm not sure there's much of a benefit for me there. So I'm okay with skipping that. The CX-5, considering I think that one's also a diesel. People have been saying good things about the diesel. That might be perhaps a more interesting car to jump in as far as diesels go. I got in the Jeep Renegade with the new 1.3 liter engine. They have a Fiat 500X with a new 1.3 liter engine. I haven't jumped in that. There are differences between the two, but not enough for me to warrant sidetracking all the other cars I'm gonna get into to jump in that. It's not worth it, so I'm not gonna bother. But yeah, it's not just a straight shot, we still have stops. Thank you, computer. We still have stops today. I think it's about four stops. So I will be jumping into a few different cars, and I think the route's actually a little bit longer today, which is funny. So maybe get a bit more time with the vehicles. And if you got, I don't know if I'm gonna edit this in the same long video, but yeah, sorry about when I was trying to interview Kim in the Jeep in the Gladiator, and they had part of the top off, and it actually wasn't motorized, so we couldn't fix it on the fly. And yeah, there was a lot of wind noise, so I'll probably just end up captioning it from what I can hear. But yeah, so that's what happened there. So sorry about that, and yeah, I should have waited, but I was trying to get some questions in because I didn't think we were going to be out that long, and yeah. Of course, that was nothing compared to when Lauren, another journalist out here, decided, yeah, you know what, winter's coming, and I want to enjoy this Gladiator as much as possible. Let's take the roof off of it like a proper Wrangler. It took a lot of woman power and a bit of time, but they did eventually get the top off, which was awesome. And then my dad was like, hey, aren't you going to jump in? I'm like, I've already ridden in the Gladiator. And he's like, well, yeah, but you haven't with the roof off. And I was like, yeah, fine, I'll use Lauren's reasoning as well. Winter's coming, I haven't ridden with the top, with everything off except for the doors. And then I stopped, I was like, hold on, how do you know I wrote? And he was like, I watched you from our room, because our room actually, if you look, directly outlooks the parking lot here. So, we have a few, if I can get it to focus. We have a lot of the Mopars here and some of the cars, so yeah, so that explained. Let me just zoom out, not be amateur, but yeah, so that's what happened for that. So you saw I got in, I rolled my windows down because she rolled the front driver and passenger windows down, and then I rolled the back ones down. Dear Lord, dear Lord, the amount of air that was going in, that was inside. Just, it ruffled my whiskers. It absolutely ruffled my whiskers. It was nuts. It was awesome. It was the most, I said it was the most American thing I had done in 5 days, which it absolutely is. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. It was pretty cool though. So I got some new, different shots of that. We'll see how they turn out, I don't know. But yeah, so right now, let's see. I really want to try and get some photos now, because the sun, I think, is up, but not up yet, and we got some beautiful scenery, and the cars are, it's almost like the Mopars are stacked from biggest to smallest, except for the Challenger. Fat pig, but anyway, yeah, and I actually need to clean the lens, because that new shot I was doing, I was holding, because Lauren had the roof off, I was like, okay, well, let's hold it over the middle, sort of like the roll bar, and then angle it down so you can still see the roll, but you see into the driver's seat. I was going to try the passenger seat, but I don't have a fisheye lens, so I couldn't do that. And even prior to that, I'm pretty sure there was a few specks on the lens, so we're going to just blow them, dry them off. I'm not going to spend the time to properly clean it. There's no, as far as I know, there aren't any smudges. So I'm just, like I said, I'm just going to clean it and then do whatever else. So I'll see you guys later. And, oh, by the way, breakfast has not happened yet. It will, though, so I'll either see you at breakfast or after or whatever. I will see you whenever.
All right, can everybody hear me? My wife tells me I'm loud all the time, so if that's not the case, please raise your hand and I'll try to speak louder. Okay, good. All right, so want to go through and just hit a very, very simple walkthrough with you guys. If you have any questions, please feel free, ask at the end. It would just be a little bit easier just as we kind of move around the vehicle. And please move with me. It's a lot more fun and entertaining that way. You guys spent way too much time sitting down, so might as well actually get a chance to move around a little bit. But yeah, I need to move around more is what I'm trying to say. Want to go through and introduce you to the new 2020 Nissan Versa sedan. You can see from the ground up we've gone through and we've redesigned the entire vehicle. You've got the new Nissan signature design V-Motion grille. You've got our signature headlamps that have now been incorporated into the Versa sedan. You'll see a lot of the design cues that are borrowed from the Maxima, the Altima, and some of the other Nissan products. You'll see we now have, this is actually an SV trim. Standard headlamps are going to be a halogen headlamp. That's going to be available on the S model, which is available with the 5-speed manual transmission or a CVT automatic. The SV and the SR are only going to be available with a CVT automatic. And they'll also actually have the LED headlamps, LED accent lighting, and amber turn signals. You will have available fog lamps on the vehicle. This one is not currently equipped with those. And the standard wheel is going to be a 15-inch wheel on the S package, going up to a 17-inch wheel on the SR, which, by the way, 17-inch wheel on the subcompact car really looks big. It looks fantastic if you guys haven't gotten a chance to see it. So this is actually also has our new Generation 3 1.6 liter 4-cylinder. It's 122 horsepower, which is a 12% increase over the prior model. It's also got 114 pound-feet of torque, which is a 7% increase over the previous generation. So lots of room for, or lots of improvements made there. We have the new Xtronic transmission. It's actually a 20% wider range than a conventional CVT transmission. You've got the new D-step, I have to look at my notes on this one because I always get this one messed up. D-step shift logic system, which improves a lot of the feel of the transmission, a little bit less lag, quicker response, better fuel economy, and smoother transitions as it moves through the gears. We've gone through and we've made some other improvements to the vehicle. From a rigidity standpoint and suspension standpoint, they've actually gone through and been able to reduce the roll angle by 15%. So when you're getting in the vehicle, you go around a turn, significantly less body roll, than the previous generation. We've gone through and we've increased the steering shaft rigidity by 30%, which helps in that steering responsiveness. So a lot more sporty feel to the vehicle than the previous generation. Standard front disc brakes, standard rear drum brakes, and of course, analog brake system.
All right, everyone, so we had breakfast. I had peaches and, what was it? Peaches and applesauce, and then I had an actual breakfast. I had sausage and bacon and a muffin that I was hoping was gonna be good, and the muffin itself was fine. It was poppy seed, and I don't like the lemon flavor. So I'm here again with David, or Dave.
That's fine. If you want to pretend you're my father, you can call me David. Maybe be disappointed that I didn't turn my homework in. It's perfectly fine. It's fine. Dave or David, either one.
There's so many Daves in RMAP, it should be DMAP.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, sorry for the sun. It's just, oh wait, I can be a smart boy. There we go. All right, that's worse. Okay, good enough. So we're in the Mazda 3. And I actually wrote in this yesterday, but because me and Dave Taylor were talking, I wasn't paying attention to how it drove. So, yeah, whoops. Anyway, though, right now, it's quiet, it's smooth. I think the touchscreen's a little bit too far away from where I'm sitting. This is as close to my face as I'm willing to get, just to give you a perspective, or a sense of how far it is away from me and Dave. So we are heading back because it's the second day, and we don't say this the full second day because it's 9:01 in the morning, and I got up at 5, so early. Anyway, quiet. Although there is a bit of road noise, that's a little surprising. But anyway, I'll probably talk to you guys after. I have a few more thoughts on the Mazda after we get a bit more experience with it. Oh, that's fine. All right, so we're here at the second stop. The Mazda 3 was actually really nice. We were still talking, but I remember enough. So, okay, sorry about that. My battery died. That was sad. Anyway, so we're at the second stop. Like I said, I'm gonna get in the CX-5. I was just in the Mazda 3. Mazda 3 was nice. It was quiet. I do think it could use a bit more power, but although it did have a bit of road noise. Although the road was also not perfect, but I do think there was a bit of road noise. But comfortable, quiet, expensive. It's 30,000. The one we had anyway was 30,000. I'm like, what? Anyway, actually, I gotta go. Well, everyone, we've made it to the third stop, which unfortunately means there's only one more left. So I gotta make a choice. I gotta make a very difficult choice. Either get in the Scat Pack for the last one for fun, or get in a car that I need to get into. Sorry, I really need to swap. Or get a car that I need to get into after.
a real tough choice. It's a real tough choice. But we're at some 9,000. I think we went down a little bit, so we're probably closer to 8,600 feet, maybe 8,500. But we're, you know, high up there, very high up there in the middle of. See, it's funny because we're in the middle of a valley where there was a lot of mountains and stuff, and now there isn't. So it's kind of weird. I really didn't know a place like this existed in Colorado. It's almost like a logging tract kind of area, except way, way flatter. Way, way flatter than what a normal one would be. Currently, at the moment, I'm going to jump in the... I'm going to jump in the Telluride next. Man, I'm really sorry. After that, though, I don't know. Like I said, I've got a difficult choice to make, but for the time being, while we're going to get in that very soon, I'm actually kind of trying to wait and see if I can hear that scat pack, because a good friend of mine, Dave, got in it. He's from the Team Clearcoat podcast, and go away, fly. And we had our fun. The Palisade is still in the run. It's coming. You're welcome. Anyway, so like I said, and I'm very, very curious indeed as to whether or not, thank you. That was close. Or I get in that, I don't know. I'm very curious as to whether or not I'm going to be able to hear it, because he's got to be wailing on it. He hasn't driven it yet, and this is the last day, and I'm fairly certain yeah, I'm coming, that Dave is going to be really pushing it, to put it very lightly. So anyway, we're going to jump in the Palisade, get to the next stop, and then I might sit around and wait for a little bit. Sit rep. One of the mile markers for the stops is unmarked, so, and we also didn't properly wait at the last stop, so we're all kind of spread apart. So it's going to be a big wait right now, and Angelia is doing God's work by marking this area by basically just pointing to where the stop is. So, you know, that's good. We're all just hanging out. Got Take On Me in my head right now. Not really, just thinking, yeah. this is how this is progressing, but I think Danielle is about to, sooner or later, is about to mess around with the Palisade. Yeah. Have any comments? No. So, for now, we're probably just gonna wait and, I don't know, walk around. Maybe eat a wolf when one comes by. Yeah, once more people start coming in, I'll probably start recording again. I need to get photos while I'm still here because I haven't done yet. So, yep, that is the situation. Not many people here. Missed this the first time, had to circle back, and yeah, Angelia's making sure that doesn't happen for everyone else. Hey, we're at the last stop before the hotel, and apparently it's 50 miles from here to the hotel. So this is going to be a bit of a long drive, I think it's safe to say. So yeah, so could get in the Altima. I think Mary's getting in the Altima. That's funny. I thought about it. I don't know. I think I'm gonna. Oh hey, BMW 2 something. I think I'm going to have some fun and get in the Challenger again. Well, we have made it back after actually a really long drive. 50 odd miles. It was a lot. It was very, very long. Everyone's kind of packing up. They've been packing up, I think, for a while, because me and Amy just got here. So, oh wait, C470 perhaps. And that's it. Yeah, thank you. Anyway, though, yeah, that was a fun drive. I didn't actually get in the Scat Pack because I missed my chance. So, I got in the M8 instead. And you better believe that was a whole lot of fun. That was, we actually didn't go that fast, but it was great for cruising. It was really, really good for cruising. Although I don't recommend cruising in sport mode because all the gear changes are really, really annoying. But yeah, it's probably not. But anyway, so yeah, I rode in a handful of cars. I'll probably talk about them later. It's almost 2. So yeah, we will see. We will see what happens from here on out. Probably go home, and I'm probably just gonna veg out. I'm not tired, but I'm just gonna call the game, do something. But yeah, it's been a nice 2 days. The resort was epic. The pool was also epic. Kind of cold, but then again, that was made fine by the fact that the hot tub was far too hot. But anyway, all the cars worked, I think, flawlessly, except for the fact that we had to reset the odometer so that we could keep track of the mileage. And it's not the same on a lot of cars. And sometimes it's actually kind of stupid. So unfortunately, that will be it for today's video. I didn't really record an ending, and considering it's been darn nearly a year later, I'm not really going to be able to remember everything that happened or how all the cars rode. But I can say that I enjoyed my time there, and I still have some fond memories. And one of my fondest memories from doing that event was when we were on the back road, on the first day actually. And one of the journalists, I don't remember who, was in the Versa actually, driving it on the same back road that me and Dave were on when we were in the BMW M850i, and that little thing was keeping up. It was pretty funny. We were cheering that thing on because it's not hard to go that fast on a road like that, on the road that we were on in a convertible like that, but to keep up in a little Versa which had 122 horsepower if I remember correctly, and not even 205-inch tires, that takes some guts. So kudos to that journalist who really pushed the Versa to keep up with us. It was hilarious. But anyway, I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. This one was a lot more of me talking, and I say more than I remember. Yes and no, because I could see in my media folder that it was mostly me talking. Hopefully next time, probably not this year, but hopefully next time I can get some more automotive, I say strictly, but less of me talking and more automotive footage. And if I can get my license, I might actually drive. So hey, we'll see about that. But anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this kind of mini-series of what happened at the RMDE last year. If you enjoyed, then please like, comment, share, and subscribe, hitting the little notification bell, and then all notifications, that way you're notified every time I upload. See you in the next